So all right, guys, after waiting for some few days, my account has been got verified. All right. Before now, after the first video you watch, you can see that we have pending. We have one pending under this pending and queried, which I've already explained to you. There's no point in me going back, right? So now let's proceed. Now you can see two reserved. This simply means I've reserved two different names on this platform. Now let me click on it. So whosoever that want to claim this business now under 60 days, which is 2 months, you won't be able to claim it. Now you can see that I've registered this name and I've registered this name, which was approved the same different dates. You know, we created this we reserve this first name, which is Alani Cripsy. We reserve it on July 24 and it was approved on the 28th. So this simply means this is 4 working days approval. The second one was registered on July 24 and it got approved the same day. So it depends. It depends on whosoever that approves this business name. All right. So we have reserved this business name now. This simply means that whosoever that want to claim this business can never claim it. If you are to go to search now and you search for these names, to the to this these two business names now, if you search on it on for under CAC, you won't be able to get it. It won't be available because it has been reserved. Now we are going to be proceeding in doing the proper registration. Now this is just the name reservation, which is the first step. Now this is the second step that you need to pay attention to very carefully. Okay, so I'm going to be using another account. Okay, there is this business name that I've already reserved that I need to complete the payment. So I'm not going to be making use of this. This is just a client that told me to reserve a name for him, and in days I'm going to be getting it done. All right, so I'm going to be switching now to my second account. Guys, don't panic, it's still the same process. Okay, so let's head over to the second account now. The second account I told you that I'm going to be making use of. All right, so now you can see that I have just one reservation with this account. Okay, this is one of my clients account, so I'm going to be making use of it to for this tutorial so you guys can learn. All right, so now you can see I have one reserved. I've already reserved a name as well, so you can see the other ones are 0000. All right, so let me click on this one now for you to see that is fully approved and it is fully reserved. You can see that this is reserved right here, and you can see that it is submitted on the July 28th and it was approved on July 30. So almost 2 to 3 days interval. So it depends, like I've said before, now it depends. So once you get your approval, you can start the registration appropriately. Now I've already done the needful on my account now. So what I want to do now is to proceed with the registration. So I'm going to scroll down here. Now you are not going to be making use of this new name reservation. So if you have to click on it, this simply means you have other businesses you want to reserve. Okay, so I'm not going to be making use of this right now. I'm going to scroll down here. You can see that this is where to register your company, business name, and incorporated trustee. Okay, so this is what I'm going to be making use of. I'm going to click on new company registration now. Now I want to register the name that I've already received, because that name will be reserved for just 90 days, which is 2 months. Okay, so by default you are going to be inputting your availability code here. So once you finish your registration at the first point, I'm going to be teaching you. If you don't know how to get your availability code, kindly do what to reach me out under the number displaying on your screen right here, because that is where you can reach me on WhatsApp if you have any questions or anything. So I'm going to be inputting my availability code now, because without this availability code you can't continue in registration. You can't continue to register. So I'm going to be inputting my code right here to complete the registration. So inputting my code right here will generate the name that I've already reserved. Okay, you can see that it has already brought out start registration now. So this simply means with this code now, I can be able to start my registration. So if you don't know how to generate it, you can just reach out to me. So now I'm going to click on start registration. Okay, So once I click on start registration, it's going to take me directly to this page. Let me try to zoom out now. You can see that this is the second phase of the registration. Now, this have to do with your business details. Remember, the first one have to do with your personal details. Okay. Now, this have to do with your business details. Okay. So let's proceed. We have three up to 6 steps for this business registration page. Okay, so let's look at it one after the other. This is the first one. Now this is the name that I want to reserve. Now the first option here, make sure that the one they start at red is very, very important. So now, business commencement date, you must be careful here. You don't want to input the previous year. You know, we are in 2023. You don't want to input maybe 2022, 2009, 2019. CAC will definitely fine you for operating business under under these years, and you are not registering the business. Do you get it? So you are going to pay a fine. So if possible, you even input December 2023, which is not possible. Okay, so now what you are going to be doing in this case is you are going to be taking, is it that the date that you are registering this profile, maybe today's date or yesterday. Do you get it? So I'm going to be sticking around with today's date. All right. So today's date is July. We are in July 29. I think today's date is 29. All right, if I'm correct. So okay, today is 30. I've already checked my date right here. So I'm going to be selecting 30. All right, 30th of July. Let me just stick around with 30. Let me stick with 30. So I've already selected this, and the next thing I'm going to be doing now is the email. So let me quickly explain how this works before I just pause the video to fill in everything at once, so you won't get to see my business informations. All right, so now you are going to be inputting your email, the active phone number of your business that you know that people can contact you directly with. All right, so the next one is the principal place of the business, where you are operating the business. The state is not your state now, is not your state of origin now. The business, you might come from Lagos State and you are operating your business in Ibadan, so you want to put Ibadan there, the local government and the city and the town. All right, so you want to put the necessary details here. If you have any branches, you can put it here, but in absentia of none, it is not important. You want to bypass it. Then if you want to add as much as possible branches, you can click on add. So once you are done with this step, you click on save and continue. Okay, so save and continue. So save and continue will take you to the next page. All right, so let me scroll down now, and this is where you are going to be filling in the proprietors and the partner, the owner of the business. Okay, so this is what we are going to be making use of. If your info is correct now, or you want to edit it, you are going to be standing to edit it, but in this case I'm going to be leaving it as I've input it in the first place of the registration. That is why I said your informations must be correct. Okay, so I'll save and continue and move to the next page. Okay, so clicking on save and continue now, it takes me to the third step, where I'm going to be inputting the nature of the business. What is the category? Which categories the business falls under? All right, so I'm going to be scrolling down now. Then I'm going to be clicking on add the nature of the business. So you want to click on the subcategory here. So you click on this page. So whichever business activities the business falls in, you are going to look for it under these subcategories here. So I'm going to be sticking around with the first one here. Then under it, we have another subcategory which I'm going to be looking in and select the best that suits what I'm doing. All right, so I'm going to be clicking with the last option here. Then after that, you want to complete the details here. If there is any other additional informations you want to add, this is where you are having other nature description, business description. So you are going to be describing your business, then add it. Okay, so this is what I'm going to be doing right away. Once you are done inputting the necessary informations under this category, if you had any more options, you can click on add nature of business. So automatically now it has submitted all what I've already input. Now this is under this nature of business. Okay, so once you are done inputting it, you are going to click on save and continue. Clicking on save and continue, we move to the next step of the registration. All right, which have to do with the necessary document, which is the number 3, which is the necessary document you want to upload as this may concern. Okay, so now this is what you are going to do. After you click the first option, it's going to take you to the next surface, which is where you are going to be adding the necessary requirements of your business, like I've said before. Now, so what are the necessary requirements? The first one is the means of identification. Now, this is where I told you you want to make sure all your informations are correct. Okay, now the means of identification is simply means your valid means of identification. This might be your international passport, driver's license, national identity card, voter's card. I think these are 4 legitimate valid means of identification that is recognized here in Nigeria. Okay, so this is the first one you want to upload, and the second one is the signature of the owner of this business. Okay, so now you are going to be writing this on a foolscap sheet, your signature. So once you write it, you are going to snap it, so you upload it. That's the second step. And the third one is the passport photograph of the owner of this business. All right, so that's the third one. And the fourth one is optional. Maybe you have any other informations that you want to add, you can add it in there. Then you save and continue. Okay, this is what I'm going to be doing now. It's likely you might be finding it difficult, or you find some difficulties in uploading the necessary informations. Please reach out to me. Like I will always say, if you have one or two things that you are finding very difficult to upload or to get done during this process. Okay, so for security purpose, I have to just upload that document. So now that I've been able to upload the necessary document, you can see that the first one is PDF. You want to convert your means of identification to PDF, then you upload it. All right, the second one I've already uploaded to. The third one I uploaded. This fourth one is optional. That is the back of the voter's card I use. So I just choose to upload it. Okay, so now I'm going to click on save and continue. All right, so I think save and continue will takes me to the last surface here. Let me scroll down. Yes, this is the last surface, which is preview. This is where you are going to be previewing all the informations you have submitted. Okay, so talking of the preview, it talks about the nature of the business. You can see the commencement date, the address, then everything you want to know, then the proprietor's address, then the presenter, the person that presents this business. So if you are okay with all the necessary informations, or you choose that maybe some informations are incorrect, you can still go back and edit them. All right, so now once you are okay with them, you want to scroll down here, then you click on proceed to payment. So here is the last page where you are going to be making a payment, where you are going to be doing a remitter payment. You can see that this is a remitter payment of 10,000 naira, but as you proceed, it's likely they charge you some tokens for this payment gateway. Okay, so you want to click on this remitter here. So remitter will takes you to another surface. This is the surface here to make a payment with your bank card. But guys, it's not a must you make a payment with your bank card here. You can easily come down, drop down arrow here, click on bank transfer if you are doing bank transfer. So it's going to generate some this account for you to make payment within this hour and this minute, 29 minutes. So once you make this payment, you are going to click on I've sent the money, and automatically it's going to confirm this money. So this is what I'm going to be doing now. I'm going to be transferring this money now to this account. Okay, so now you can see that I've already made this payment now. So you can see that it has automatically confirmed my payment. You can see that payment successful and registration submitted. You can see it here. Make sure that your registration is successful, and if you want to download the receipt of your payment for evidence, you can click on download receipt. So it's going to download the receipt for you automatically, and you can see that this is the sum of amount that I pay right now, 10,000 naira, and you can see paid, and this is the paid date. All right, so you can see that I've already downloaded it now. So let me click on download. If I'm to view my receipts now, it's going to show me the details of what I paid for evidence purpose. Now that we've already applied for all the necessary informations, now we are going to click on back to dashboard. So now you can see that here we have pending approval now. This simply means that we have applied for a new business name, which is what we just did now. To click on it now, you will see all the necessary information. So you can see it is now under pending approval, just like the first one that we registered, which is we reserved, right? So once this business name is approved now, you are going to be seeing it here as approved. Here, registered rather. You are going to be seeing it here as registered. And once you click on it, you'll be able to download your certificate. And once you download the certificate, you'll be able to print it out yourself without any hassle, without any problem. So this is how to register your business successfully without any charges, without any agent stress, without anybody giving you stress anyway. So if you find this video very helpful, please do well to like this video, share this video, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel. I will definitely see you in my next tutorial.